Hoy voy a jugar Ultimate Custom Night, que digamos no es pirateado, lo tengo. Bueno, vamos a jugar con esto, porque soy noob. Así que vamos a darle. Espérate, en mi oficina, que yo conseguí una oficina. Office. Ahora sí. Lo peor es que el mayor problema es Balloon Boy y Old Man Consequences. Ok, ya me estoy volviendo... Old Man Consequences y Balloon Boy son... Ok, ya sé.
Please deposit 5. You are attempting to drink. Freddy. You are attempting to. You are attempting to. Freddy doesn't like. Thank you for depositing 5 coins.
Calor de la oficina. Ok, eso suena raro. Demasiado ok. Nunca. Bro, mi energía. ¿Cómo? ¿Y ese timing? Perdón si estoy subiendo demasiados videos.
Freddy doesn't like. You are 5 coins. Well, if you're hitting this and you made the day 2, congrats. I won't talk quite as long this time since Freddy and his friends tend to become more active as the week progresses. It might be good to peek at those cameras while I talk, just to make sure everyone's in their proper place, you know. Interestingly enough, Freddy himself doesn't come off stage very often. I've heard he becomes a lot more active in the dark, though, so hey, I guess that's one more reason not to run out of power, right? I also want to emphasize the importance of using your door lights. There are blind spots in your camera views, and those blind spots happen to be right outside your doors. So if you can't find something or someone on your cameras, be sure to check the door lights. You might only have a few seconds to react. Not that you would be in any danger, of course. I'm not implying that. Also, check on the curtain in Pirate Cove from time to time. The character in there seems unique in that he becomes more active if the cameras remain off for long periods of time. I guess he doesn't like being watched. I don't know. Anyway, I'm sure you have everything under control. Talk to you soon.
¿Qué? Ok, perdonen eso. Es que es un caos. Te dije que los mayores problemas son Balloon Boy.
Yar, you win some, you lose. Yar, you play with fire and sometimes you get burned.
¿Qué dijiste? ¿Qué dijiste de mi madre? Ok. de mujeres, ¿ok? Bonnie y Fredbear. No me dan ganas de cantar. Ok, fuiste al puesto 4. Phantom Balloon Boy y Nightmare. Pajarraco, que me aparezca el pajarraco. Quiero acabar con el boxeo de una vez. Ok, el chip y Oldman. El chip Oldman Golden Freddy. ¿Qué rayos hice? No sé si es posible pasar el 50-20.
If you sit by the river long enough, you will see the body of your enemy float by.
Una Biblia. Por acá. 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 Por acá.
My friend, you have met a terrible, terrible demise. But, I don't feel too bad about it. After all, if it weren't for me, it would have just been from someone else, I guess what I'm trying to say is life goes on.
Ignoren esa gente.
Well, for everyone else, life goes on. Not for you. You're dead. But that's neither here nor there. It reminds me of one summer day in the park. I was having just a delightful picnic with my good friend Orville. And I said to him, Orville, I have a story. And he said to me, what's the significance of the story? And I said to him, Orville, not every story has to have significance, Sometimes a story is just a story. you try to read into every little thing and find meaning in everything anyone says, you'll just drive yourself crazy. I had a friend do it once. Wasn't pretty. We talked about it for years. And not only that, but you'll likely end up believing something you shouldn't believe and thinking something you shouldn't think, or assuming something you shouldn't assume, you know? Sometimes, I said, a story is just a story. So just be quiet for 1 second of your life and eat your sandwich, okay? Of course, it was only then I realized I'd made sandwiches, and poor Orville was having such difficulty eating it. Elephants have those clumsy hands, you know? Actually, I suppose that's the problem. They don't have hands at all, do they? They're all feet, and I couldn't imagine someone asking me to eat a sandwich with my feet. Now, if I recall correctly, there was a bakery nearby. I said to him, Orville, let me go get you some rye bread. Now, I'm unsure if elephants enjoy rye bread, but I assure you that Orville does. Now, this was on a Tuesday, which was good because rye bread was always fresh on Tuesday. They made sourdough bread on Monday and threw it out Wednesday, or rather, they sold it at a discount for people wanting to feed the ducks, and then probably at the end of the day, finally, they threw it all out. I don't recall. I do remember a man who would bring his son to the bakery every Wednesday and then go feed the ducks. He would buy all of the sourdough bread. Of course, you know, you're not supposed to feed the ducks sourdough bread at all. It swells up in their stomach and then they all die. At least that's what I've heard. You know, I never saw any ducks die myself, but I did notice a substantial decrease in the duck population over the course of a few years. I just never thought to stop the man and tell him that he was killing the ducks by feeding them sourdough bread. And if you want my opinion on the matter, and I told Orville this as well, if you want to feed ducks, or birds, or any kind for that matter, it's best to buy seed. I mean, when you think about it, breads of any sort don't occur in nature. They don't grow on trees or spring up from the bushes. I don't think birds know what to do with bread. What was I saying? Oh, yes. So I bought Orville some rye bread. What a fine day it was.
Ok, gracias por toda la Biblia, Mr. Hippo. Ya puedo irme de esta publicación. Bueno, gente, se acabó el video. 13 minutos de video. Bueno, eso no importa. Bueno, chao, gente. Déjenme escribir un chao acá.